Ladies, gentlemen, and teenagers whose parents have probably gone out on a Saturday night and they don't have a strong internet filter, you have won the internet because you've downloaded Fringe TV. I'm Dave Thornton. I'm performing here at the Fringe. Not only am I performing at the Fringe, I'm hanging out with the Fringe. Hey, Fringe.
Hey, how you going?
That is possibly one of the worst haircuts I've ever seen.
Oh, it's pretty shocking. It was originally a female's wig, but we sort of cut it up yesterday, which was, you know, the creation of the Fringe, the birth of the Fringe.
See, I don't think you could even blame that on being a certain sex. I think that is kind of asexually terrible.
Yeah, I could be sort of like, you know, the stereotyped lesbian, or I could be sort of some sort of weird frullet like guy going to Clipsal, so.
Yeah, that's true. Or possibly Warwick Kappa, just post The Apprentice.
Yeah. Or like this sort of gives you more of like the sort of...
Oh, there's a mullet at the back. Yeah. To be honest, you kind of look now like a bogan judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all you need is those curls at the side.
Well,
I don't ruin the illusion and take your hair off. All these people just watching have just now gone, what, it was a wig?
What? Yeah, it's strange. I mean, like, and you can sort of like brush it to the side if you need to get it out of your eyes. It's pretty beautiful, really.
It's a little bit emo. Okay. All right, we've got some South Australian questions here. Here we go. Now, Fringe, if you get none of these wrong, you're going to lose this job, okay?
Oh, shit.
Mate, don't swear, all right? It's the internet. There's no place for that. All right, first question. What is the best comedy show you've seen here at the Fringe? Just reminding you, I'm sitting next to you.
There's this guy, this handsome guy, he's pretty tall. I think his name was Dave.
Oh, no, sorry, that's Will Anderson.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. Yeah, it must have been Will. No, I haven't seen you yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Fringe! Man, I thought we were getting along so well. You haven't seen my show. Boo-boo, -10. All right, now the second question. What is Fritz?
I do know what it is. You can actually get Smiley Fritz, which is sort of probably more of a like Our World Today thing. Like, you know, did you ever get that as a kid?
What's
like,
Fritz?
Fritz is like a, I don't know, it's just probably like possum, cat, pig, all wrapped into like one sort of like meat roll. Tastes good.
See, back where I'm from, in Victoria, we call that roadkill.
Yeah. Well, this is like processed roadkill though.
Oh, top shelf roadkill.
Yeah. So and they package it up so it doesn't look like roadkill.
Oh, so it's the kind of roadkill that gets hit by like BMW 5 Series.
Yeah, at least minimum. If not, like, you know, maybe a sort of Porsche or like limousine as well. So it has to have that stamp on it.
That makes sense. Now, for all the people that are just watching now, if you can hear in the background, that's got to be Clipsal. Is that right, Fringe?
It sounds like it. Does that mean I have to switch? Yeah.
Yeah, let's turn Clipsal. There we go. Oh, mate, look at that.
Does that mean I have to like sort of sit this way?
This is like an impro. No, don't look off. Fringe guys always just Clipsal guys always stare at you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Fringe guys would be a little bit more aloof. Yeah, they'd snarl a bit. Possibly if you look like you got rabies, that'd be great. There you go. Oh my God, now it looks like a meth addict. So, Fringe, are you going to go to the Clipsal?
Well, if I have this on, I'll probably get in for free, won't I?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. Yeah, no.
What they do is it's kind of like the zoo. It's like there's breeding quarters there. So if they actually see someone with a fringe, with a mullet, they actually go, you've got to breed with other people with mullets just to keep the bloodline alive.
Yeah, well, what do you think of the mullet though? Like would you ever do it for your kids? Like, you know, just say, hey, look, kid, you've got to have a mullet.
Did you say do it for your kids?
Yeah. You know, well, you see...
We can edit this, can't we?
Yeah, you see a lot of people... Oh, Jesus.
I'm not sure if it's so much Clipsal or maybe just Hogwarts and Voldemort has turned up.
Yeah. What is that sound? Can you sort of explain?
It's Armageddon. The Rapture has finally come to Adelaide. You didn't know they were performing?
Well, I didn't, but I assumed that was why all these people were sort of, you know, coming on to the racetrack over there, and there must be something interesting going on. Yeah,
well, you dearly hope something interesting is going on. Who do you think's going to win, Holden or Ford?
Wouldn't it be great if like someone else just sort of like on a scooter came onto the track or something?
Vespa takes it through.
Vespa just wins on the last lap or something like that.
I would love that. Oh, just this small Italian guy sipping an espresso, just riding side saddle, just, I won, this is so good. And other such stereotypes.
Yeah. Well, with the Fringe on, you never know. Someone might get lost onto the track or something like that.
Yeah, well, you know, here's hoping. You never know.
Would you be willing to to get on a Vespa and try and get in there.
I'll do it. I'll totally do it. If Adelaide cops up a Vespa, I will totally ride that thing through. I'll totally dominate Clipsal on this bad boy. Oh my God, it gets up to 50 k's an hour. There's a win in the bag. You know what I want? And it's not just a Vespa, because I'm going to keep up with these stereotypes. My pit crew, right, is just going to be like every stereotypical Italian man you'll think of, okay? There's one guy there who's just a piano accordion and a small monkey, you know, just grinding away with a curled mustache. Just a couple of good-looking guys with a bit of a coif, you know, open button shirts who play polo for the Italian team, and a couple of guys from the national football team, so...
Yeah, no, that sounds good. What about the hairdresser? You always got to have like an Italian hairdresser.
Exactly.
He might even be able to restyle the mullet.
Yeah. And my pit crew, it won't be like 10 seconds. We'll all just be sitting around, again, just sipping on espresso, sitting there for 10 minutes like, there is no rush.
Yeah. Well, as long as you win the race.
So, any shows you want to recommend here at the Fringe? Reminding I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah. I've heard this. There's some late night comedy on tonight. Is that right?
There's some late night comedy on, and late night will happen after my show, which is on. So what was that, Fringe? Yeah, funnily enough, it is on at 7:45.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You probably didn't know that. It's on at 7:45. On at the Rhino Room on 13 Frome Street. So that's on till Saturday, and I'll be there. It's an hour of hilarity. Like, be prepared that you'll lose a vital organ. It'll be that funny.
Do you have anything on next week? Because like, if this goes out on Monday, it's going to be really awkward that we're like, oh yeah, Saturday, go see it, and they'll go next Saturday and they'll just rock up. And
I tell you what, I'm not going to be here because I'm leaving on Sunday. However, my protege will be here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to Fringe TV, Jack Druce. Look at this guy. He's so committed. Those backpacks are full of jokes. Look at those. Jack, how long are you here for?
Only 3 days, I think. I wanted to come and hang out and do some Fringe stuff. I wanted to be applauded in a public area. That's what I wanted most of it all.
we'll get you.
That's always our dream. Now this is my understudy. Okay, so guys, have a look at him.
You can call me like your Padawan if you want.
Oh, the Padawan. Yeah.
I'm more happy with that one, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
Star Wars reference for such a young buck. He's very, very good. Now, Drucey, this is your first Fringe?
Yeah. I've been to Adelaide once before with comedy stuff, and that was just the funnest thing in the world. So I wanted to come back, and when everyone was here.
Oh, right. And have you had gigs? How they been?
Yeah, I did one gig at the late night Rhino Room you were just talking about, and that was awesome.
Oh, the Rhino Room where my show is?
Yeah, Dave Thornton's show at the Rhino Room. You can catch it
7:45.
7:45.
Jeez, man, you got to be a better protege than that. Now, have you found the Adelaide audiences? Are they any different to anywhere else? I mean, if you want to call them wankers, it's fine. If you want to be honest about it, if you need them to pick up their socks, they need to be a little bit more attentive. Just go for it. This is your platform.
I'm like dodging shotguns and bottles constantly. It's like madness, even in these sophisticated, fringy things. It's like I beat a man to death on stage last night. It's that kind of... No, they're great. It's like, from my minimal experience, it's so much fun doing those Rhino Room gigs and all that stuff.
Drucey, I would love to see you beat a man to death, unfortunately, on stage.
That would be the biggest press hook for my show, I think. Like if I was just known as the guy who would just beat audience members to death and then segue that into kind of some polite social observation. Yeah. Just like bang, bang, bang. So, dating is weird, guys. Am I right? What's with that? That's what about.
As you're flicking your knuckles and just trying to get the blood off your hands. Mate, because that's very Fringe. If you just said one of you is going to get pummeled to death tonight. Yeah. I don't know which one.
And then the audience is like a mix of these sort of artsy festival types who are interested in the spectacle, and then just these MMA fighters who just need the experience and want to try and take me down.
Wouldn't you think it's the best show to bring your ex to as well? Because you have the possibility of your ex never bothering you again.
I don't know. That's one reason to do comedy, I guess.
To completely and utterly dismember people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Now, Drucey, anything you do want to plug, late night shows or anything you can say out there to Fringe TV that they can catch you, because you've been doing stand-up now 4 years?
Yeah, about that. I don't know where you actually say you start doing stand-up, because I think there's a period where you've done a gig, but you're not doing it all the time, and you're not thinking about it all the time, so there's no real Yeah, about 4 years probably.
Because I remember seeing you in the Raw Comedy Finals. Some people on Fringe TV might know Raw Comedy. It's open mic competition. It's a national competition. And you made the final probably about 3 years ago, is that right?
It was 2007.
2007. Oh, God, that's 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
16.
Oh, young achievers. And I do remember you destroyed that night. And I remember thinking two thoughts. A, he's very funny. And B, that little prick will be taking jobs from me very soon.
Well, I've done right by you and not taken any jobs since then. It's been, I think I peaked then. I think it's been downhill since.
You have, yeah, there's been, I'll admit, just a little bit of, you know, you were like, you're a child performer. And now you're getting older. And
That's the thing that happens with raw comedy is you get like people don't really know much about the comedy scene, and you do it for like 2 months, and then you're performing on like this national TV thing, and this is just gonna be like this all the time. This is easy. What's the problem?
Yeah.
What are these people complaining about? You do it like 5 times, and then you're on television. I don't, whatever.
You played to 1,500 people in the Melbourne Town Hall, and that goes out to a national audience. What's the problem?
Exactly.
Well, mate, thank you so much for coming here and slumming it in Adelaide, where there is no, you know, TV cameras to go to national audiences. There is no 1,500 seat venues. You play late night gigs to 80 drunken people. But Fringe TV will go out to the World Wide Web, okay? So you're still continuing on. Drucy, thanks for dropping by. I don't know what happened to Fringe. I think he ran off and bred with some people down at Clipsal. I think he just disappeared. So I can't be aware of where he's going to. He can't be trusted, that Fringe.
I think the hair just kind of took it on its own will. Like, he wasn't even part of it.
But ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dave Thornton. That's been Jack Druce. The Fringe has got the worst haircut in Adelaide. Thanks for joining in at Fringe TV. Love you. Okay. Bye. No, you hang up. You hang up. Yep, looks good. Kick the tire. That's about as much as I know about a Vespa. I always love looking in the barrel and then seeing like a cameraman look at, not at you. It's like a friend that's got cross eyes, but he doesn't look straight at you. And I know he's going, that's real funny. Come on, guys, enough cameras, all right? Just want to live a normal life, okay? God. Now I know how Kim Kardashian feels. Oh, the Drucy Hightailor. He's a lovely. He's really young.
Yeah.
Jack, he's really young. It's actually quite funny when he was doing stand-up. He just used to be like he was a chubby little kid. He was like 14. Now I think he's like 18 or 19. He's really good. Don't film that.
Yeah, the soft side.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Just a lovely guy. Get that camera out of my face.